A shiver races down Detective James's spine as he gazes upon the old manor. This once resplendent citadel, perched on the outskirts of town, now stands as a decaying vestige of its former glory. Its windows are boarded up, its gardens wild and untamed, a physical manifestation of the eerie tales of hauntings that have enveloped it over the years. Few dare to venture near it, but when duty calls, Detective James is not one to shy away. As he steps over the threshold, the air grows thick with the weight of the unsaid and the unseen. The walls, though crumbling, bear silent witness to the countless stories that have unfolded within them. Today, they play host to a new narrative, one that is as chilling as the reputation of the manor itself. The scene that greets him is grim. A young woman, lifeless, lies sprawled on the floor. A macabre tableau etched with the final traces of terror still etched on her face. James surveys the area, his trained eye taking in the stab wounds that cruelly punctuate her body. His instincts tell him that she was caught off guard, her end as sudden as it was tragic. His gaze shifts around the room, the detective in him meticulously scanning the surroundings for clues. In the dim light, he notes the lack of signs of struggle, an oddity that deepens the mystery of the case. The room holds its breath, as if waiting for James to unravel the secrets it guards. Suddenly, a faint light fractures the gloom, its source hidden behind a tapestry. It's as if the manor itself is guiding him, pulling him into its labyrinth of secrets. His curiosity piqued, James approaches the tapestry, his hand poised to unveil what lies behind it. A faint light from behind a tapestry catches James's eye, beckoning him into the unknown. As he steps into the next chapter of this chilling tale, one can't help but wonder, what secrets does the manor hold? And what role do they play in this macabre murder mystery? Only time will tell. Behind the tapestry, a hidden doorway reveals a secret study. A world untouched by time, hidden away in the heart of this decaying manor. Detective James steps into the room, his gaze scanning the surroundings. The smell of old books and dust fills the air, and it's clear this room has been used recently, a stark contrast to the rest of the dilapidated manor. The study is a treasure trove of books and papers, meticulously arranged. But it's not the literature that catches James's attention. Instead, it's a diary, tucked away in a drawer, that piques his curiosity. Bound in worn leather, it's a testament to years of hidden thoughts and secrets. The diary belongs to the late owner of the manor, a reclusive old man who was said to have been driven to madness before his death. As James flips through the worn pages, the old man's fears and suspicions come to life. Entries filled with paranoia and dread tell a tale of someone trying to drive the old man insane, to seize his fortune. The narrative is chilling, painting a picture of a life filled with fear and uncertainty. But who could want to drive the old man to madness? And what does this have to do with the murder of the young woman? James ponders over these questions as he delves deeper into the diary. The entries grow more frantic and disjointed as the old man's mental state deteriorates. James can feel the desperation seeping from the pages, a stark reminder of the old man's lonely existence. A realization dawns on James. The key to the murder lies within the secrets of the old manor. The diary is a piece of the puzzle, a window into the past that could shed light on the present. The study, with its hidden doorway and trove of knowledge, holds the answers he seeks. It's here, in this room, where the secrets of the manor unfold, where the truth begins to take shape. As James leaves the secret study, he knows that his investigation is far from over. There are still secrets to uncover, truths to reveal, and a murderer to bring to justice. James embarks on a quest to unravel the manor's mysteries, one resident at a time. With the diary in hand, a key to the past, he begins to interview the townsfolk. The town, once vibrant, now echoes with the whispers of the past. The old man was a reclusive figure, they say, living in the manor's shadows, his only companion his wealth. But there was another, a niece, the sole inheritor of the old man's fortune. James learns about the heated argument on the eve of the old man's death. The townspeople speak in hushed tones about the niece's desperation, her fear of losing her inheritance. She was seen arguing with her uncle, they whisper, the night before he was found dead. The suspicion around her grows, like the wild, untamed garden of the manor. But James, our seasoned detective, knows better than to trust hearsay. He listens to their stories, their fears, and their assumptions, but he keeps an open mind. Each interview is a thread, and he is slowly weaving together a tapestry of the past. He learns about the old man's paranoia, his belief that someone was out to get him. The townsfolk had dismissed it as the ramblings of an old man. But now, with a murder within the manor's walls, those ramblings seem to hold water. James also uncovers the strained relationship between the old man and his niece. He learns about her growing desperation, her fear of being left penniless. But he also hears about her love for her uncle, her grief at his passing. As he delves deeper into the manor's past, James begins to see the cracks in the stories. The townsfolk are convinced of the niece's guilt, but James is not so sure. Something doesn't add up. The pieces of the puzzle don't fit together quite right. But James senses that the truth is more sinister than it appears. As he peels back the layers of the past, he feels a chill of anticipation. The manor still has secrets to reveal, and he is determined to uncover them. The manor's walls whisper their secrets to James, revealing a twisted plot. As Detective James delves into the maze of hidden passageways and secret rooms, the manor's eerie silence is broken only by the echo of his own footsteps. These clandestine corridors, forgotten by time, hold the key to the grim tale that unfolded within the manor's decrepit walls. James's keen detective instincts lead him through the labyrinth, each passageway revealing another piece of the puzzle. A blood-stained handkerchief, a hidden stash of letters filled with venomous threats, and finally, the damning piece of evidence. A locket with a picture of the old man and his niece, smeared with a sinister red stain. Each piece of evidence weaves a story of greed and madness. The old man's niece, the sole inheritor of his fortune, had been driven to the brink by the thought of losing her inheritance. Arguments had escalated into threats, and threats had culminated in a deadly act of desperation. But the niece was cunning. She staged the murder scene to resemble the work of the supposed ghost haunting the manor, hoping to use the local legends to her advantage. The young woman's body at the scene was a mere decoy, a chillingly calculated move to divert attention. The dark truth finally comes to light. The old man hadn't been driven to madness or killed by a ghost, as the diary suggested. Instead, he had fallen victim to his own flesh and blood, a tragic end to a tale steeped in deceit and treachery. Yet, as James pieces together the sinister jigsaw, he can't shake off an unsettling feeling. The manor, with its gloomy corridors and hidden rooms, seems to hold more secrets than it has given up. Secrets that may never see the light of day. With the truth laid bare, James apprehends the guilty niece. The case is closed, yet the manor's secrets continue to haunt him. The old manor, once a symbol of grandeur, now stands as a chilling testament to the dark side of human nature. With the arrest of the niece, the case is officially closed. The chilling saga of the Haunted Manor and its murderous mystery had finally come to an end. James, our tenacious detective, had once again proven his mettle by unearthing the truth buried deep within the manor's shadowy corners. To recap, the case hinged on the gruesome murder of a young woman, her death staged to appear as a supernatural event in an already haunted manor. James, however, was not easily fooled. His keen eye and relentless pursuit of the truth led him to the secret study, a veritable Pandora's box of clues that played a pivotal role in cracking the case. The diary of the manor's deceased owner, a reclusive old man, was an unexpected discovery. It painted a picture of paranoia and suspicion, of someone trying to drive him to madness and seize his fortune. As James delved deeper into the case, he connected the dots between the old man's fears and the murder. The old man's niece, the sole heir to his fortune, emerged as the prime suspect. Her motive was clear. She was driven to the brink of madness by the thought of losing her inheritance. The staged murder scene was a desperate attempt to mask her crime, to make it appear as though the old man had fallen prey to the manor's spectral inhabitants. But James saw through her ruse. His relentless investigation revealed the hidden passageways and secret rooms of the manor, each one a piece of the puzzle that eventually led him to the truth. With the evidence stacked against her, The niece was arrested, bringing closure to the case. Yet as James steps out of the manor, the echoes of its dark past still linger. Despite solving the murder, he can't help but feel that the old manor still holds more secrets, buried deep within its crumbling walls. As James leaves the old manor, he can't shake off the feeling that more secrets lie hidden within its walls, waiting to be discovered.